Constable Paul Buey. Do you want me to spell it? Okay. First name is Pritpaul, last name Bhui. And I'm the Community Liaison Constable out of Southeast Division.
Okay, maybe we'll start. Just you have a statement you wanted to start with.
Okay. Yeah. So currently, there's a phone scam going on right now targeting the South Indo-Canadian community, where suspects are targeting newer immigrants to Canada, claiming to be either from the Canada Revenue Agency, Citizenship or Immigration, or even the police agency, informing the complainant that there's a warrant out for their arrest due to there could be a variety of reasons that they provide, either back taxes being owed or falsely or improperly filled out immigration forms. And then they basically demand or pressure the complainant into paying a large fine, typically ranging from $1,000 to $3,000, and due to, I guess, with some aggressive means, trying to convince the complainant to attend a store where they purchase gift cards. And the suspects then ask for the number on the back of the gift card, and then they transfer the funds into their accounts via the gift cards. But most of the complainants feel this is genuine because the caller on the other end, like I said, is representing themselves as from a government agency or even a police agency. They'll ask for the person's home address, and initially we're finding that complainants are providing that address. So if the Edmonton Police Services are asking that if anybody gets a phone call of such a nature that no personal information is to be released, that government agencies do not ask for payment in form of gift cards, and if anyone receives such a call, that they should report it to the Edmonton Police Service or attend their local police division and report to the front counter.
When did EPS start hearing about these complaints?
These reports actually started this week, kind of as of Monday, May 4th. We've kind of started to see a spike, just a rash of them this week. All of a similar nature. Again, just suspects representing themselves as either the Canada Revenue Agency or Citizenship and Immigration.
Are they meeting with these people to exchange the information on these cars, or are they just demanding it over the phone?
Over the phone, I guess one of the ways they scare the complainants is that they're requesting a meeting in person. I believe that as just their fear tactics. However, as of to date, no personal face-to-face meetings have been conducted. All at the end result in the suspect asking for the gift card number at the back of the cards.
How many different government agencies have they been saying that they are?
So far, we have approximately, I guess, 4. It's either been the Canada Revenue, Citizenship and Immigration. There's been reports of callers representing themselves as Edmonton Police and even the RCMP.
Do you have any idea right now on how they're getting the people's numbers to call them and contact them? How are they picking them out?
Yeah, that's, I guess, unfortunately part of the investigation. We don't have the exact, I guess, details as to how where they're targeting this information. So that's part of the investigation, is to find out what the common denominator there is.
How many complaints have you had?
So far this week, I have 8 reported incidents. I understand there's probably a lot more out there that either have not reported it, or perhaps have fell victim to this crime and just feel embarrassed to perhaps report it. So we do know there's a lot more out there that have gone unreported at this time.
How much money in gift cards are they getting duped out of, I guess?
I guess without releasing exact numbers, so far of the files I have, only one incident at this point has been a case where the complainant has actually provided a number and resulting in, I guess, over $1,000 funds being transferred. However, for the most part, I guess people are using their common sense, and because I guess these suspects don't initially ask for the gift cards. They kind of string them along, kind of threaten them with warrants being issued out for their arrest and deportation. I guess are the 2 common threats that are being mentioned, and kind of once they try to convince them to attend a local store, whether it be a convenience store, a gas station, or a grocery store, and at that time is kind of when they drop that information that, okay, go in and buy a gift card. And I guess a pay power gift card has been one of the gift cards that's been asked kind of repeatedly.
Is there anything merchants can do to help?
Yes, as merchants, if you have a fellow a newer immigrant kind of coming into your store, buying large amounts of gift cards in one purchase, the merchant can hopefully ask that customer what these gift cards are for, and just go ahead and tell him straight out if he's buying them to pay for fines being requested by the by revenue service or immigration, that he's a victim of a phone scam, and report that incident to the police station.
How do you investigate one of these things? Can you call back the number on the call display, or how do you track that?
The number is currently being used because they do come up on call display or coming up to just, I guess, fictitious numbers. So it'll involve, I guess, tech crimes, I guess, will be involved in kind of tracing where the numbers are coming from. If funds are being deposited via gift cards, that can be tracked as well. So otherwise, yeah, the number and name on the call display, I guess unfortunately that with some tech savvy can be altered. So the number that's on the call display is not the number that's being used by the suspects.
Has there been any threats other than just, deportation, false deportation, and like physical threats? Or?
At this time, no physical threats. Like I said, the main threats that they're addressing are arrest warrants. You'll be arrested and sent to jail within 24 hours or deported by a short amount of time. I guess also scare tactics being used in the sense that someone will attend your residence if you fail to comply with this request. At this point in time, no physical threats.
What can you say to the public if they do an encounter or something like this? What do you recommend they do?
If a member of the public encounters is in this situation and receives a phone call, we'd like to inform them that it is a phone scam. No government agency will request payment over the phone via gift cards. They can always ask for a phone number that they can call back, and if the person on the other line refuses, again, another red flag to suggest that something is wrong here. I guess suspects are kind of informing them what their name is and perhaps giving a employee number which is made up. But if they ask for, again, like a number they can call back or even an address they can meet at, because I guess the other thing to point out is pretty much all government agencies, they won't be communicating via phone and asking for money over the phone. Letters will be sent out to the house. So without any official paper documentation, again, another thing to suspect that something is not quite right here.
Can you give us a sense of how distressing this must be for somebody who's a newcomer to Canada to get this kind of a phone call and have to go out and do all this, start getting gift cards for strangers?
It's extremely distressing because they believe it to be very genuine, and it could be for a factor of reasons. Some of them being that government and I guess maybe police agencies in different countries may function at this level. So with their unfamiliarity with the procedures in Canada, they believe this to be completely genuine. So they're very fearful that they will get arrested or fearful that they will be deported because the caller on the other end is very aggressive in how they communicate the urgency of this payment. So it creates a lot of emotional stress on them.
Do you know if the calls are coming from like locally or in Canada or outside the country?
That's still under investigation.
So I can't wait, are you able to interpret this fraud and what's going on?
Yes, I guess if you guys want to stick around.
You guys want to grab your legs?
I'm good. Yeah, I've got what I need.
Is that